All right, so here on the left we have Heather's OP1, and the deal with this thing is basically when it's on and it's fully plugged in, it is losing audio on the left side. But when you unplug this to about this point right here, you can get a stereo signal. Okay, both her and I would have assumed that it was the connect board, but I have gone through her entire OP1. Okay, I put in a known good working connect board, it still does the same thing. I put in a known good working UI cable, it still does the same thing. I put in a known good working UI board, it still does the same thing. I put in a known working keyboard, it still does the same thing. And of course, what I'm avoiding the whole way is that it could be the DSP, because I have seen this problem where you're having an issue with this jack right here, but it has always been the connect board. On this OP1, the problem with this jack right here is somewhere in the DSP, because this DSP right here is from another Rev 1, and it happens to be the one that I use all the time, and I know exactly how that DSP functions. So I have not taken her DSP, which is right here, and gone over it with a fine tooth like comb. There may be a little brown spot somewhere on that. So this is the original DSP here. Get yourself a Size Matters sticker, people. So there's the original DSP. Let's take a picture of it. All right, so this video is not only for Heather, but it's for anybody else that's having this problem. That it's possible that problem is actually with the DSP. It's the first time that I've really experienced being a little bit baffled and having to go through every single thing just to realize it's the DSP. A lot of times when I get an OP1, I just assume it's the DSP because of how it's behaving. Unfortunately, I have a large collection of DSPs that are not functioning correctly, and I cannot get them repaired. I do not know how to do board level repair on that DSP. However, because I know exactly what this one is doing, I may be able to seek someone out to do board level repair because I can tell them exactly what is wrong with it. That's a little bit unusual. Usually it's not working. You swap the DSP and everything's working fine, but it's a little bit more mysterious. So it's kind of bad news for Heather because it's not as easy as the connect board. Her entire Rev 1 OP1 is working fine except for the DSP. However, it could be good news for her because that could be the DSP that actually prompts me to find someone that can actually do this repair. I wish I had my collection of old DSPs here to show you. It's depressing. I don't even want to show you. So that's it. So at least we know what the problem is. And I know how to fix it, but I don't have a good DSP. And by the way, if I had a DSP, I'd have to literally sell it to her for like $400 or $500 because I would pull it out of a good working OP1. So I'm still got to spend a little time on this thing, but at least my time of discovery is over. And now I know what the problem is. So the next video hopefully will be that I have figured out how to fix that thing. And I'll see y'all later. Bye. Size matters, folks. All right, while I was rewatching the video that I just shot about Heather's OP1, I had a brilliant idea. Okay, when I get somebody's OP1 like Heather here, what I do is I just assume that those people are making a living using the instrument. And therefore, I do everything I can do to go through and do my job without doing a factory reset on the DSP. Because I believe that they have, they've got it all set up the way they want, and I do not want to send them back an OP1 where they turn it on and then they realize, oh crap, the guy's erased all my stuff. Okay, I believe that this DSP, oh, hold on. I'd have to go back and look at the video. I don't believe that her DSP was on the most current firmware. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to ask Heather or post this video. Is it okay if I go through and I do a factory reset on the DSP? I would think that the answer would be yes. But, okay, the next job I'm going to do is I'm going to do a factory reset on the DSP, and then we'll see if that fixes that problem. If that doesn't work, then the first video is germane. If it doesn't, then basically do a factory reset if you're having a problem that you think is the connect board is going to be the solution. I'll be back. All right, so this Heather's OP1 was on firmware 218 when it arrived. So something I could have done first, but I went ahead and did after I tested everything, is I upgraded to firmware 243. Still having the exact same problem with the headphone jack. Okay, and I have gone the extra step of not only doing all of that testing, but I took her DSP and I put that in another known good working OP1. So I just took the DSP out of this OP1 and I put her DSP in this OP1, and guess what? Then this one had the exact same problem that one did. So to me, that is what confirms that it's the DSP, because we take it out of this one, we put it over here, and it is the exact same problem where you cannot get stereo out of the headphone jack when it's fully plugged in. So my diagnosis on this is going to be that it is in fact the DSP. So we're back with Heather's OP1 and I'm finished with it. And my last line on my invoice here is, after determining that the DSP was the issue, I backed up the hard drive and performed a factory reset, and now this OP1 is fully functional with audio on both channels when fully plugged in. So that was a little bit of a backwards repair, because typically I would do a factory reset first, but the customer was assuming that it was the connect board. It turned into a hardware first job. So I did all the hardware testing first before I delved into the software. So we got lucky. I spent a lot of time on this OP1, more time than normal, because I was trying to chase down that problem. But it was software, it was not hardware. This OP1 is fully functional and ready to go back to the customer. And all the time is in labor, and there will be no parts because it's fully functional. So that's it. Thumbs up to Heather, because you're going to get a good OP1. Thumbs up to me for plugging away and getting it figured out. And thumbs up to anybody else who's got the same problem and maybe can come on this video and get yours figured out. So my suggestion is do a factory reset first. The problem is, if you use it a lot and you have data stored on it, you need to make sure that you back it up. So I backed up Heather's hard drive right here. Anyway, that's it. Another OP1 that will be going back to its customer, not thanks to Teenage Engineering, but thanks to John Masters. See y'all later.